Okay, we're back. Remember, we are going through expansion. And in simple terms, expansion just means removing brackets. Okay, so when we say we are going through expansion, it just means we are removing brackets. All right, so first thing we're going to do right now is just to remind, I'm just going to remind you again of the distributive law, which we use to remove brackets or to expand. It says that a term that will be just outside the bracket is going to multiply every term inside the bracket. This is what you do when you expand or when you remove brackets. All right, let's go through questions. Here are the questions. This one is the one with a single bracket, right? Or a single set of parentheses. So these are, we call them brackets right now in maths. Let's just go through it. What is this equal to? Well, distributive law says the term that's just outside that bracket should multiply everything inside the brackets. So that's how we're going to expand. So I'm going to say 3 by 2x. Okay, this term is 2x and it's going to multiply 3. So what do I do when I'm multiplying 3 by 2x? Numbers multiply and then we can have the variable come up. So it's going to be 3 by 2, that's 6. Is there anything to multiply x? No, so it's just going to come back as it is. Okay, it's not going to change. It's just going to be now 6x. Then I say 3 by negative 4y. Now, remember that we did those signs, the signs that we get when we multiply things. And we said that whenever I multiply two things that have the same sign, negative times negative, or positive times positive, whenever I multiply two things that have the same sign, I always get a positive answer. And we also said, when you now multiply things that have different signs, like negative times positive, you are going to get a negative answer. Even if I say positive times negative, I'm also going to get a negative answer. So for these two, I'm going to get a negative answer because I am multiplying two things that have different signs. So I do the same thing here. 3 by negative 4y. Remember, this is a negative 4y because we said the sign of a number is the sign in front of it. So if there is nothing in front, it's a positive number. If there is a plus in front, it's a positive number. If there is a negative in front, it's a negative number. So 3 by negative 4y. The signs are different. 3 is positive. Negative 4y is a negative number. So my answer is going to be negative. Then 3 by 4, I get 12. Is there anything to multiply y? No, it comes down as it is. It comes as it is. We're done. Number 12. Look, it's saying expand and simplify. So simplifying, remember, it only deals with addition and subtraction. We'll be saying like terms can add or subtract. Okay? If they are not like terms, then don't try to add them. Just leave that plus sign in between them. You're done. Don't combine them to one. Like we said, 5 apples, 4 bananas. You can't combine them to one. Okay, it's just going to be 5 apples plus 4 bananas. You can't say 9 because those are different things. So here I have 6x and negative 12y. Those are different. One is an x, the other one is a y. So I don't have to simplify any further. I go to number 12. 9x plus 2 multiplying x minus 3. So distributive law applying here says this 9x is not going to be part of the multiplication. It's just going to come as it is. But then this positive 2 is the one that is going to multiply the whole bracket. Everything inside this bracket. So I'm going to say 2 by x is going to be 2x. And it's a positive one. So I put a plus sign. So plus 2x, right? Then I'm going to say 2 by negative 3. The signs are different, right? My answer will be negative. 2 by 3 is 6. I go ahead. 9x plus 2x. Because these are like terms, they all have x. I'll add the numbers in front, the coefficients. 9 plus 2, 11. 11 of what? Of x. And then minus 6. Number 3. 3 plus 7x, blah, blah, blah. I know that 3 is not part of this multiplication. It comes down as it is. because it's not the term just outside. Distributive law says the term just outside. So now this 7x is going to then multiply 7x by the whole bracket by 2x minus y. So I'm going to say, well, what is going to be the first one? 7 by 2 is going to be positive because both are positive. 7 by 2 is 14. And then x times x, we've done laws of indices. X times x, because they are multiplying, you just add the powers 1 and 1, you get x squared. Then now you get 7x times negative y. Signs are different, your answer will be negative. Anything to multiply 7? No, it's just 1. So it's like 7 by 1 because in front of y is like the number 1. X times y is going to be xy. So it'll be minus 7xy. Do we have any like terms? No, we're done. Number 14. 2x minus 3 multiplying 4x plus 2. Is 2x part of the multiplication? No. So we bring it as it is, according to distributive property, distributive law. Now we say minus 3 is going to multiply everything inside. Yes. Minus 3 by 4, the signs are different. Your answer will be negative. 3 by 4 is 12. Anything to multiply x, no, it comes down as it is. Minus 3 by positive 2, signs are different. Your answer is negative. 3 by 2 is 6. Do I have like terms? Yes. What are they? 2x and negative 12x. So I punch in the number, the coefficients. You put them in the calculator if you want. 2 minus 12, you should get negative 10. Of what? Of x's. And then minus 6. You're done. Let's go to number 15. I mean, more examples. Remember, it's a continuation from the previous video. Now we have 3 multiplying x minus 2, and then you subtract 2x. Okay, so distributive law says this term that's just outside is the one that's going to multiply everything inside. 3 by x, 3x. 3 by negative 2, signs are different. My answer is negative. 3 by 2 is 6. Then this negative 2x will then come. This is going to be equal to, I group like terms. 3x, then I take this negative 2x, I write it next. Then this negative 6, I can write it at the back. Remember, I can swap the positions, but just make sure when you move a number, you move it with its sign. So it's going to be 3x minus 2x. I say 3 minus 2, I get 1. And 1 of what? Of x's, so I don't have to write it. It's just going to be an x. Then minus 6 will come as it is. We're done. Number 16. What is it equal to? 2x comes. It's not part of the distributive law here. Nothing to multiply. Then what do I do now? I see minus and then x plus 1. What does this mean? Well, it means that there is like an imaginary 1 here. So it's a minus 1 that is affecting the whole bracket. Let's go for it. I'm going to deal with it without the 1 being there so that you can be able to do it on your own. Okay. If you want, you can say it is equal to 2x minus 1 multiplying x plus 1, which is going to be equal to, you can do that. You can do that. So you would rewrite the question and then make it equal to this. Then now you could have 2x come down. Then minus 1 times x, the signs are different. Your answer is negative. 1 times x is just x. Minus 1 times 1, the signs are different. Your answer is negative. 1 times 1 is just 1. So it's now 2x minus x. It's like saying 2 minus 1. Because I'm grouping like terms, I look at the numbers in front. So it'll be 2 minus 1 is 1. Of what? Of x. And then minus 1 at the bottom. You're done. Number 17. 5 multiplying x minus y plus 4, blah, blah, blah. What is this equal to? Well, distributive law says this 5 will multiply everything in this bracket and this 4 will multiply everything in this one, and we're going to add them, okay? So 5 by x will be 5x. 5 by negative y, your signs are different, your answer is negative. 5 by y is 5y. Positive 4 times 2x is going to be positive. 4 times 2 is 8. Anything to multiply x, no, it comes down as it is. 4 by y is just 4y because the signs are all positive. What is this equal to? You group like terms. So you're going to have 5x and then this plus, okay, plus 8x and then minus 5y and then plus 4y. It doesn't matter which one I write first, but I just need to make sure that this 5y, I bring it as a negative 5y because it has a negative sign in front. So it's a negative number. It's not a positive number. Then what do I get now? So 5 plus 8. Remember, you do that when you're now combining like terms. You just add the numbers in front. So 5 plus 8 will be now 13 of what? Of x. Then minus 5y plus 4y. You just say minus 5 plus 4. Or 4 minus 5. That's the same thing. I can start with 4 and say 4, then minus 5, or minus 5 plus 4. I'll get negative 1. Of what? Of y's, which I just write as negative y. I'm done. Last question. Let's see how it goes. Well, I have x multiplying this whole bracket, then minus whatever. I'm sure you're now getting veterans. You're now getting used to this. What do I do here? X multiplies this 3x. Okay, anything to multiply 3? No, it comes. X times x will now be x squared because you are multiplying, so you add the powers. X is to the power of 1. This x is to the power of 1. When you multiply, you add the powers, they become x squared. Remember laws of indices. X by negative 1, signs are different, your answer is negative. X by 1 is x. Then here, what do I have? Minus multiplying is the same as minus 1, multiplying this whole thing. So minus 1 by 3x, it just becomes negative 3x. The sign changes, okay? It was a positive 3x, the sign will change to negative 3x. Then minus 1 by minus 1, this will now become plus 1. It was a minus 1, it will become a plus 1. Because this minus just changes the signs of people. What is this going to be equal to? 3x squared, there's nothing for him. Minus x and minus 3x. Well, these are like terms. They all have x. I deal with the numbers in front. Minus x, there's a minus 1, right? So it'll be minus 1 minus 3. I'll get minus 4. You put it in the calculator. And then minus 4 of what? Of x's. And then plus 1. You are done. Excuse you. Bye. See you in the next video.